What's up everyone, it is Mr. M and I am back with a new video. I apologize in advance if I sound like shit. I'm not feeling the greatest, but that's not going to deter me from making this video. And this video is going to be an unboxing of the April Metalhead Box. I didn't have one on my channel last month because DHL found some way to fucking lose it. But clearly this one got here safely since I'm making this video, and I am fucking glad it did because there's loads of good stuff in here. First up, I'm going to show the pin that has been standard with the Metalhead Box the last few months. As always, exclusive to the box and designed by Mark Rudolph. And we have Cannibal Corpse with the zombie head from one of the doctors on the album cover of Butchered at Birth. And actually, if the card continued up, it would be the head of the zombie that's on the card, which I think is pretty cool. And then it's the logo, it's not exact, but it's more similar to the old school logo than the newer one, which is pretty neat. Ever since we've gotten these pins, there's been a few bands that I've been hoping for that would end up getting a pin made, and Cannibal Corpse is at the top of my list. And I'm glad that they finally got a pin done. Next up is another Metalhead Box exclusive, and this is a Celtic Frost patch with the 2 Megatherion artwork on it. Celtic Frost is not a band I am huge on, but 2 Megatherion is my favorite album by them. And because this is a Metalhead Box exclusive, as I already showed, if we start getting these every month, I would be pretty happy with that. You know, get a pin and a patch. You know, I'm going to be starting a vest soon. I know I said that in a few videos now, but I actually did buy the vest now, so I can start it. And Cannibal Corpse pin might actually go on there just because I love them so much, and I could definitely see the possibility of the Celtic Frost patch getting on there. Next up is a flag for Venom. I believe this is the Welcome to Hell artwork. Venom is a band that I am not a huge fan of either, but they are a highly influential band regardless of how much I like them, and regardless of what genre that people want to put them under. Next up is a promo for a band called Glowsin for their album Mara that came out in the beginning of April. And it says they are a sludge post-metal act. I'll check them out, but I highly doubt I'm going to enjoy them, as sludge post-metal just doesn't seem cool to me. Or fun to listen to, whatever. But on the back side, we got this really sweet art piece. I don't know if it's supposed to be like this or like this, but either way, this side is getting hung up somewhere because that is some nice art. Next up are the CDs, and both CDs were from bands that I am familiar with. This first one is for the band Mist of Misery. This is called Unalterable. Put out on Black Lion Records. It's a double CD. Each CD is about an hour and a half, not an hour and a half, it's about an hour long. So it's kind of a bitch to get through, but I think it's pretty good. It's DSBM type stuff. There's a lot of melodic parts to it as well. It's not just constant tremolo picking the entire way. 14 songs. So even with just the amount of songs, it still is kind of long. But as I said, it's an hour for each CD, around 2 hours for the entire thing. So this is one that if you really want to listen to it in depth, you kind of have to sit down and focus on it. But there's loads of good songs on here. And there's also a cover of Stormblast, which was originally done by Dimmu Borgir. And it kind of sounds like somewhere in between the original and the re-recording, which doesn't sound bad at all. And because a Mist of Misery is more melodic and more of a DSBM than Dimmu Borgir, especially on the melodic side, I think they had a good touch to it. You know, I'm sure there's some people who aren't going to like it, but I think it's solid. The original is still better, but I think it's a solid cover. And then Necropolis by Vader, put out on Nuclear Blast Records. Vader, black and death metal from Poland. I'm sure most of you should know them by now. This is a solid overall record, not my favorite by them, but Vader, for one reason or another, it's just a band that I've never really got into my collection. I've had their albums sitting in my cart, but for whatever reason, other albums and other bands have taken priority over Vader. But I'm very happy to have this album in my collection. Next up is the shirt. I just realized I put the autograph somewhere, and I'm going to have to find that in a second. The shirt is for a band called Maingarm, I believe. They are a black metal band, I think. I'm not entirely 100% sure. I've definitely heard the name, but especially if it's black metal, I probably haven't listened to it, or if I have, it hasn't been very much, because I've said repeatedly on this channel I'm not a huge black metal fan. But the shirt design overall, the way the gray and the white and the blue all blends together, it just looks super sweet. And I'm probably going to have to start listening to them some more, because this is going to be a really cool shirt to wear. And I think my autograph is up here. And it is. The final item in this box is an autograph from Steve Souza. I believe it's how it's pronounced. Vocalist of Exodus. Again, per usual, Metalhead Box exclusive. Absolutely legendary vocalist of a legendary thrash metal band. Dude has such high energy. I've never seen Exodus live. I'd like to, but I've seen videos of them, and given this guy's age, the amount of energy that he puts out on stage every night is absolutely incredible. And I'm sure it will be a real treat to see them once I finally get around to it. And that is going to conclude this month's box. Like I said at the beginning, there's loads of good stuff in this one. The autograph, the pin, Cannibal Corpse Butchered at Birth, To Megatherion patch by Celtic Frost, Mist of Misery and Vader CDs. Just absolutely incredible. Probably one of my favorites, which I think everyone that makes these videos just keeps saying that about every box, because the Metalhead box just keeps one-upping themselves, you know. This box is probably my favorite, but next month they're probably going to do something that's going to make that box my favorite. So, I'm happy to be subscribed to this. I'm glad that I keep getting this every month. It's something I definitely look forward to. Links to the Metalhead box, their Instagram, as well as their website for anyone who wants to order it, will be in the description below, along with my Instagram. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing, all of that. And I will see you in the next video.